Hey everybody, this is LaShonda Lee, CEO and founder of Walk in Favor Life Coaching. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You have just tuned in to our Jewels of Success live coaching, where I get an opportunity, which I'm passionate about. I get an opportunity to share with you some key principles that will help you get unstuck and become unstoppable. Key principles that will help you transform your life one day at a time. Listen, key principles that will help you move from where you are to where you want to be so that you can live an absolutely spectacular and gratifying life. And so I say, good afternoon. Whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, whether you're in the Midwest, I say good afternoon. Truly, great to be with you. Listen, if you are just now joining us, tuning into our Lunch and Learn, go ahead and definitely share this broadcast because I want to make sure people get this information today. And so listen, to know a little bit more about me, go to my website, www.walkinfavorinc.com, and you can take a look at our blogs. You can see some of our courses, our programs, some free trainings, just a lot of good, yummy information there. Now that I got that out the way, hey, listen, have you ever had one of those days? And listen, that was my day. I tell you, after the morning show, after the morning glory show this morning, things just went a little bit south. Things just went a little bit sour. Have you ever had that type of day? You woke up and things were on the right track, and then just one little situation just took your day and your time and your schedule and just took it totally off base. Well, if that has happened to you, I'm here to tell you that definitely happened to me today. One of the major things, I just got to share this with you so I can get it off my chest, right? One of the major things that happened is my computer got attacked today. You know, I'm sitting here working on it, preparing to come before you all at noon, and my computer, I don't know if it was a malware, adware. I'm not too well versed in that area, but I know it took over my computer and I could not do anything. And so it took a hot second for me to get on with Microsoft, and they walked me through. And so guess what? I'm able to be on with you all today because it literally shut my computer system down. I could not do anything. And so needless to say, I learned a lesson, right? And so that kind of give you an idea as to why I'm talking about this particular broadcast, because guess what? Challenges are truly a part of everyone's life, but there are dark moments when a challenge can turn into a crisis. And for me to not have my computer, no access to my files or anything, that was a crisis. But here's the thing, and to all of you all who are just joining, hey, type your name in, say hi, let me know you're here. I like to see your comments. All right. Hey, Dee Dee, I already see you. You know, the outcome of our lives depends on the choices that we are going to make at those moments. The outcome of our lives depends on the choices we make when the challenge arises, right? When the crisis arises. What we call wisdom is a crucial tool here, and without it, people usually make the most important decision based on impulse, or its opposite, based on habit. How many of us, hey Adrian, how many of us make decisions based on impulse? I've done that. How many of us make decisions based on habits? You know, habits are making these decisions. You don't even think about, you don't think it through. You just continue to do it because that's what you've always done, right? I got you, Dee Dee. I got you. And here's the thing. It might seem impossible because I want to share with you 3 questions that you absolutely have to ask yourself when things seem to be looking south. There are 3 questions that you absolutely must ask yourself, okay? And you know, here's the thing. One of the questions, I'm just going to jump right into it, is when a challenge or a problem or a crisis come before you, you have to ask yourself, is this a problem I should fix? Is this a problem I should put up with? Or is this a problem that I should walk away from? You know, is this a problem I should fix? And that's just that's question 1, A, B, and C, right? So I haven't even gotten to questions 2 and 3. And so listen, I hope you all have pen and paper so you can write these notes down, or you could just type them in the comments so the people that will watch the replay, they will already have it in the comments. So first of all, when a crisis or a problem come your way, ask yourself, is this a problem I should fix? Is this a problem I should put up with? Or is this a problem I should walk away with? And why is that so important? Because here's the deal: unless you can answer that particular question clearly and rationally, your vision is going to be clouded. And why is that? Because guess what? If this is a problem you should fix, that's going to take a course of direction, right? If this is a problem that you should put up with, that's going to take a course of direction. And if this is a problem that you should just walk away from, that again is going to take a course of direction. Because see, here's the thing: at the end of the day, we want to be true to ourselves. We want to be authentic to ourselves. And so no one can tell you that. A lot of times people say, girl, if I was you. Have you ever heard that? Or Adrian, have you ever heard that? Or any of the other listeners, have you ever heard that? You went to someone about a problem and they said, girl, if I were you. The reality of the matter is they will never be you, so that's not even valid. So that's why you have to answer the question for yourself. Is this a problem I should fix? Is this a problem I should put up with? Or is this a problem I should walk away with? You've been there, Dee Dee? Absolutely. Because if you can't answer this question clearly and rationally, meaning that your emotions are not attached to this. That's why I said rationally, because emotions are fickle, right? They'll have you doing some crazy stuff, especially if it's a relationship, right? But here's the deal: you want to answer that question clearly and rationally, because without knowing the answer, you will be acting under the influence of negative emotions such as fear, such as doubt, such as worry, right? You will get into the impulsiveness, or you'll just fall back into those old habits. See, you must clarify your inner confusion. Right? We got to clarify our inner confusion. As a matter of fact, I did a webinar a couple of months ago on how to heal the inner battle. You and I, we must get our bearings in a reasonable way, not an emotional way, but a reasonable way. And the first step is to consider, with those who you trust. Who do you trust? Maybe you can talk to someone who you absolutely trust to help you out with this particular situation, right? But you got to answer that question at the end of the day for yourself. Is this problem something I should put up with, walk away, or fix, right? The second question that you absolutely must ask yourself is, who can I consult who has solved the problem successfully? And I definitely want to make sure I stress successfully. A lot of times we go and consult with people who are walking in the same darkness that we're walking in. Sometimes we consult with people who never walked the path that we're currently walking. Sometimes we consult people just because they're a good friend. But listen, if you're going to consult somebody about a problem that could possibly turn into a crisis, you want to make sure, if you must consult somebody who has had the same problem, but they solved it successfully. Because here's the thing: bad things are not solved in isolation. Bad things are not solved in isolation. Sometimes people want to get secluded when a problem arises, get to themselves, close and shut everybody out. But guess what? If you don't know the direction that you need to move in, or you don't know what options are available, that's not going to help your cause. And here's the thing: what happens is we become afraid and we become depressed, right? And we draw into ourselves, right? And so you can find yourself falling into shame, find yourself falling into guilt. And here's the thing: once these things show up, you begin to shut down. And just because you shut down does not mean that the problem is solved. It just means that it's going to take you longer to solve that problem. And while you're waiting, it can get worse. And so finding someone who has gone through the same crisis that you are facing, accomplishes several things at once. One, it gives you an example to follow, right? It gives you an example to follow. Then, a confidant who understands your plight and your alternative to withdrawing, they're going to tell you, no, that's not the best thing to do. And so I want you to reach out to someone who has proven through their own lives, not through theory, but through experience, that they were not victimized by the bad things that you are facing right now. You know, a lot of times when we are victims, or when we feel like we are a victim, we feel alone and helpless. But I need you to know that you don't have to be a victim of the circumstance. You can literally be a victor of the particular circumstance, you know. And so again, consult with someone who has went through that and have a proven track record that they have solved that problem successfully. And then the third question you want to ask yourself, how can I reach deeper into myself for the solutions? How can I reach deeper into myself for the solutions? And I'm going to say that again, Dee, because I know you're typing and I truly appreciate that. How can I reach deeper into myself to get that solution? Here's the thing. There is just no getting around things just happening. Bad things happen to good people, you know. And at the end of the day, we got to find ourselves, and we will find ourselves facing an inner world that is suddenly full of threats, full of fears, full of illusions, wishful thinking, denial, distractions, and conflict. You know, the thing about it is the world out there, you know, does not change until the world in here changes, right? And that's why I always say, be true to yourself, be real with you. Be honest with you. Get to that core of you, that authentic you. Because again, the world out there won't change until the world in here changes. And so listen, you know, whatever you have to do to connect to that inner you, that deeper you, whether it's meditation, whether it's turning to a higher spiritual power, whether it's journaling, whether it's writing out your thoughts, you know, whatever, whether it's prayer, whatever it is, you want to reach deep within yourself to come up with a solution to the problem, because maybe you might have to alter the way you do things. Maybe you have to alter the way you think. You know, if you find that you are a very pessimistic person, maybe you need to dig deep and figure out, why am I so negative? Why am I so negative in my thoughts? Why am I so pessimistic? Why do I always see the glass half empty versus half full? Why do I always think that something is not going to work out in my favor? That's something you have to dig deep in. You know, maybe you're suffering from some limiting beliefs, right? You're not worthy. You're not good enough. Nothing ever works out for you, right? Maybe you have to dig deep because you might need some new habits. You might need to revamp your whole way of thinking. You might need to do constructive surgery on the way that you speak, right? So you may need to change your thoughts and your habits and your actions. But the third thing is, how can I reach deeper into myself for the solution? Because at the end of the day, the majority of the problems that we encounter, the problem is known and the solution is also known. The problem is taking action, right? The problem becomes us taking action. I'm going to say that again. The problem becomes us taking action. Think about it. We say, I want to save money because I'm dealing with this financial stress, financial woes. Well, you can save money. Stop spending as much as you're spending on things you absolutely don't need. Something easy to do and easy not to do, right? It's all about your choices. And so listen, those are the three questions that whenever a problem arises, whenever a circumstance or a situation occur, before you just act on your emotions and your feelings, I want you to ask yourself those three powerful questions. One, is this problem something I should fix? Is it something that I should put up with? Or is it something that I should walk away from? Because that is going to give you a course of direction. The second question is, you know, who can I consult with that have had this same problem and they handled it successfully? You know, success leaves clues. And then the third thing you want to ask yourself is, how can I handle this problem? How can I dig deep, reach deep into myself for the solution? Because guess what? It may already be within you, but you just need to dig deep. You just need to dig deep. And so listen, I definitely love coming before you, giving you just a few tips that you can implement into your life, implement into your day, so that you can find yourself experiencing, greater fulfillment, so that you can find yourself, experiencing more peace and joy. And I also understand that even though I give these tips, you may have complications in trying to implement them. I totally understand that. Or you may find yourself not being consistent. As I work with women on a daily basis, these women have brilliant ideas. They know what it is that they want, but the manifestation is where the issue comes, because they're not doing the work. They're not doing the thing to get the power. And so a lot of times they just need someone to hold them accountable, just need someone to give them a little nudge, a little push. And so if you're that woman, I want to give you an opportunity to book a complimentary coaching session with me. Let me be, like I said yesterday, that external force that is giving you that little push, that little nudge to help you get along your way. And so listen, I invite you to take advantage of my rapid change 30-minute coaching session. And what do you get in this coaching session? The first thing is we're going to get clear. Remember, I talked about how important clarity is. So I want to get clear as to what it is that you want. Over the next 30 to 60 days, what is one thing that you would absolutely want to accomplish? So we want to get clear. Then two, I want to identify what have been some of the things that are holding you back. What has it been, an internal thing that's holding you back, where there is self-sabotage? Is it your thinking? Is it that you don't have the right habits? Is it time management? And then the last thing is, I want to make sure that I can at least give you a couple of steps that if you got started, it will put you on the way, so that you can be inspired and motivated, to go ahead and continue to move in the direction of your goals. And so go to my website, www.walkinfavorinc.com. is in the broadcast. Go and book your complimentary coaching session today. And then, let us get together on a private note and just talk about what's going on with you. When I'm live, I'm just speaking in general terms, but at least when we work together on a one-on-one basis, I get a chance to see what is going on personally with you, and see what steps and plans can we put in place for you to implement. And so look, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Wednesday. Make this day great. And remember, problems are going to come. Challenges are going to come. That is just a way of life. But you don't have to feel defeated when they come. You don't have to feel bombarded when they come. They are a part of everyone's life, but challenges are meant to be overcome and solved. They're not meant to defeat you. All right. So listen, do me a favor. Make sure that you share this broadcast with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Oh, listen. On Thursdays on Periscope, I don't know if you all are on Periscope, but on Thursday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm starting a brand new series called I Am Success. And it's not going to be on Facebook. It's only going to be on Periscope. The series is hashtag I Am Success. And so that's going to be on Periscope. If you are on Periscope, follow me at Walk in Favor Inc. Walk in Favor Inc. on Periscope. And that is going to start tomorrow, February the 2nd. At 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I look forward to seeing you. Share the broadcast. Let some folks know. Listen, join me over there on Periscope tomorrow. Take care. Have an incredible day. Bye now.